Marcelo. Isco. Vidal stands off him, gives Isco space. Oh, it's a great save from Ter Stegen. Pure reflex after Gareth Bale whisked it in.
It's a snapshot from Gareth Bale. Then Isco causing all sorts of problems. Now backing into his own penalty area, not giving too much help from any of his teammates in terms of defending one against Isco.
Heads up, and Titi climbs highest. Gerard Deulofeu leads the counter-attack. Deulofeu to Jordi Alba. Full steam ahead. Carvajal only half stops him. Puts it into the danger area. And tidying things up is Kovacic. It's been a mature performance from Kovacic in the role tonight of Modric. He continues the run as well. He stopped something, can he start something? Gareth Bale beaten in the race by Gerard Piqué. Here's Ter Stegen. Marcelo.
Just a few moments ago I said it was end-to-end stuff. Very little play in midfield. A good example of that. Kovacic chasing all the way back, and Jordi Alba was trying to take on Carvajal. Did so well that it was radiant up the pitch again. You see the snapshot from Gareth Bale, the cut back from Isco. Good reflexes from Ter Stegen. Technique-wise as well from the goalkeeper to push it over the crossbar. Good attempt from Gareth Bale.
Messi. Iniesta. Busquets.
Certainly no hint in the tactical approach from Real Madrid that this is a two-legged affair, is it? For the away team, they haven't come with the idea, the intention to keep a clean sheet, to shut up shop. It's just been a straightforward game of football, isn't it? With both teams looking to win, looking to score goals.
Messi. Gets around Casemiro. The referee has to pick something out of that. The ball was in the middle of it somewhere. And was it payback by Messi on Carlos Casemiro?
He picks up the booking here. Is it Messi for the foul? Is it Busquets for the descent? The referee gets involved in the play. Deflects off the referee. Crunching challenge on Casemiro. That's payback from Busquets. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
And we're told it was Lionel Messi who received the booking. Could well have been Busquets as well, as Terry said. His challenge is maybe more dangerous than Messi, but the referee probably saw it as an active descent. Busquets takes it as part of the game that he's caught heavily by Gareth Bale.
So Piqué, off Gareth Bale.
He's caught
heel, but a double drag back and a back heel now from Gerard Piqué in his own penalty area. Goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to keep out Gareth Bale.
Booking for Bale as well. There was a time when we had the 5 costliest players ever participating in the Classico. And of course, Gareth Bale is at number 3 in that particular chart. A bit of afters there. And it's Carvajal who's the latest to go in the referee's little black book.
The players are getting even more tired. The tackles and the challenges are even later. Carvajal shouldn't have any complaints. He's pointing to the ball. It wasn't him that got anywhere near the ball, was it? Pointing in the direction that the ball went. And he catches Iniesta.
Iniesta had injury problems last year. It was a cruciate injury picked up against Valencia. And after January, didn't start back-to-back games until right at the very end of the season.
Didn't have much of a pre-season because of the European Championships. Picked up that injury, serious injury, early on in the season for an aggressive challenge from an opponent. And kind of nursed him through the rest of the season.
Messi. Easy for Ramos. Well, he scored the dramatic equaliser against Barcelona last year. Ramos in the 90th minute. Busquets. Vidal. Now Piqué. Rakitic. Iniesta. Alba. Without his usual playmate, Neymar. Vidal. Rakitic. Standing his ground is Ramos out again. As I mentioned, Barcelona dominating possession of the ball. I mean, part of the plan of Zidane. He is at times content for his players to sit back and utilise the breakneck speed on the counter-attack. Something he'd want from his time in Italian football with Juventus. The onus is, of course, on Barcelona to entertain the home supporters. Titi, little layout from Delafeu. Iniesta. Lightning football this from Barcelona, but there's no strike at the end of it. Isco. Carvajal. There's Gareth Bale. Teases it to Toni Kroos. To the final minute of the first half. Marcelo. He was given his wings by Vidal. This is Casemiro. Carvajal looking for Bale at the far post, and Bale came clambering in.
There's a grimace again from Gareth Bale. He should be favourite again at the far post. He gets slightly underneath the cross, doesn't he? His header goalwards from that range if it's on target. Fancy the chances of beating Ter Stegen.
All right, on cue, the referee draws. Starts on Sunday, recommences. Back in the day, the players used to go through all sorts of fitness ordeals, but the modern way is to find match fitness by playing top-class exhibition games around the world. And this is the first of the trophy competitions in Spain. There's Isco. He was offside.
I'm pretty sure both managers will be looking to freshen things up in the second half, to be mindful that they don't overplay players at this stage of the preparations for the season. Just caught offside there. It's interesting that Valverde has chosen to go with Alex Vidal after Barcelona paid €40 million to bring in Nelson Semedo from Benfica.
Well, we can hear the whistles around the camp now. I believe that is because Cristiano Ronaldo has just risen to his feet down on the bench. Varane comes across to take care of Delafeu, who started the second half in the central position with Suarez out on the left wing as Valverde just tries to loosen things up a little bit. Rakitic. Delafeu. There he is. The pantomime villain. Will he come on in a puff of green smoke, I wonder, at some point. Suarez dropping a little bit deeper, trying to draw the defenders out of their shell. Andres Iniesta. Now Lionel Messi. Holds off one, holds off two. Still got past Casemiro. And pleads with the referee.
It's not an angry Lionel Messi, inquiring quizzically to the referee. Just outnumbered, isn't he? Varane with a decisive challenge. Ramos, Carvajal. I think they know by now that he is the danger player. Surrounding him whenever he gets the opportunity to get turned on the ball, face the goal, look to take the defence on.
That may be an incident which in a couple of years' time would go to the video assistant referee up in the grandstand. So take a long lingering look at that again. Of course, on the Barcelona team, they've got Delafeu, whose goal in that experimental game counted, thanks to the assistant video referee, the VAR. Isco and Zamtiti. Marcelo. Ramos. Benzema. Very well marked by Jordi Alba. Nice step over from Carvajal. Forces off Delafeu. It's a big ask of Delafeu as well, because a lot of Evertonians tell him in his days at Goodison Park he was never really a 90-minute man. The number of times he was withdrawn towards the end of the match. And he's having to put a shift in down this left-hand side. Tony Kroos with the corner. Keeps it well away from the keeper, but not Piqué. Busquets. Sharpest mind down there is Isco. Now Marcelo. Oh. Piqué! Never out of the headlines in a Clásico, but it's a negative headline for Gerard Piqué. Something he never wants you to do, and that is score for Real Madrid.
It's good decisive attacking play from Real Madrid. Both teams have had success with getting players into positions around the byline. Of course, no surprise to see Marcelo getting into that position. Nice pass from Isco. Just times the pass well. Isco takes it, the touch, and places it into the path for Marcelo. Who knows if he hits it across in that position in the 6-yard box with a bit of power, it's going to cause the defenders all sorts of problems, and that's exactly what happens to the pleasure. Real sees his side. Real Madrid go 1-0 ahead. The first leg away from home. Always difficult for a defender there, isn't it? To try and get there, to try and stop the cross, get something on it. Gerard Piqué flies into the back of his own net.
Well, it causes pain to every Barcelona supporter watching, but nothing compared to the pain of Gerard Piqué, who has the club crest tattooed to his heart. Now Delafeu. Darting run from Jordi Alba. Delafeu can't find him. Iniesta. Bit of an ask for Alex Vidal. Messi. Hasn't been a good few weeks, has it, for Gerard Piqué, with that mistimed tweet about Neymar not leaving the club. Oh, he's a mistimed interception. Iniesta to Messi. Delafeu. Poor old Gerard Delafeu has an impossible position to fill. Those are the words of Zinedine Zidane, who said that Neymar was irreplaceable. Away goes Benzema. Bale points to where he'd like it. He's ahead of the action. It comes off Piqué again. Heart-in-mouth moment for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, an attack there again. You feel Real Madrid possibly could have done better. Obviously, Isco with a provider of the pass to Marcelo. Good first touch. Gets it out of his feet, drives it across goal. And deflection off of Gerard Piqué. Messi. You saw the earlier challenge, and he gets away from him. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty from Messi.
Piqué. Normally the Rock looking a little porous at the moment. Brilliant from Suarez. And Deulofeu keep up with him on this left-hand side. Suarez to Messi. May have been a foul. The referee tries to give the advantage to Barcelona. Backfires on Senor Bengochea. Marcelo. I'm convinced that Marcelo was offside. This go got out of the way then. Not a good moment for the referee. There's Rakitic. Now Messi. Caresses the ball to Rakitic. Flying down the right-hand side is Vidal. Carvajal steps over it. Chance for Deulofeu. Oh, and it was 1 footstep away from Lionel Messi.
A good reaction from Barcelona to going a goal behind. Just up the pace in terms of tempo in attack. Vidal with the first cross. Initially to try and find Messi. Deulofeu again.
Well, that's the moment he dreamed about all of his life, Gerard Deulofeu, the Barcelona supporter who's made the first team in his first Clásico, a chance to score.
He's looking to pass it across the box, isn't it? Across the 6-yard box to Lionel Messi. Any attempt on goal with the power, with the curl, the right-footed player coming in from the left. It'd be more dangerous. It looks like he tries to pick out Lionel Messi. He couldn't get the touch.
Kovacic. Ramos.
We haven't seen Deulofeu take on Dani Carvajal in particular, and he's had numerous opportunities to do exactly that. He looks nervous and apprehensive. It's a massive chance for him, massive opportunity. That's what he's good at. He's got that pace. He can drive and get at defenders, get the other side of the fullback. He's been reluctant to do that tonight.
Marcelo. So much space. Bends him up. Draws Piqué, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance. As Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. You can sense the discontent around their home ground. Deulofeu. Toni Kroos. Piqué. Now Rakitic. Vidal on the outside. Rakitic tries to find Suarez. The referee judges a free kick for Barca.
So open the game though, isn't it? Real Madrid looking to try and finish the tie-off, going all out to try and get the second goal. They're going to get more opportunities. This was a really good opportunity. Does Benzema waste the opportunity though by, again, not getting his head up and picking out a teammate? Eventually he finds the route to Carvajal.
It was quite a remarkable clearance from Jordi Alba, who's left the two players to babysit.
It's a brilliant clearance because he's trying to occupy the centre of the goal. And once he goes past him, he reacts, turns, gets across. And it's a fantastic block to deny Carvajal. A little cutback from Isco was the best opportunity for Real Madrid, though.
Is it Messi time? No, it's not. The wall is well built. Expensively built, but well built. Now Isco. Well, he is loving every minute of this Clásico, Isco.
And in fairness to the Barcelona supporters, as they're enjoying his performance, there's been 2 or 3 pieces of action which has had the crowd off their feet for a Real Madrid player.
I think he's still got his pet dog, Isco. And the name of the dog is Messi. He named it before he left Malaga. There's a touch of the message about him tonight. Oh, look at that circus football from Marcelo. The referee not buying the foul. This is Busquets. PK. Deulofeu. Referee trying to let things flow, but he felt that Carvajal had been holding down Gerard Deulofeu. I don't need to say anything, do I? You can hear who's coming on. And Barcelona making their change as well. It's Karim Benzema. He's frequently taken out of the firing line. He's going to rest his legs, and Ronaldo will go into the centre forwards position. A warm welcome for Cristiano Ronaldo. Or is that fiery?
That's music to his ears. Yep.
Barcelona do have one vacant position in the starting 11. Last year they experimented with a number of players. Deulofeu was replaced by Denis Suarez. A former Manchester City man replacing a former Everton man.
Yep, and unfortunately for Deulofeu, didn't really make an impact in the game. To say he didn't grab his opportunity.
Whisked away. Suarez! A necessary touch from Keylor Navas.
It's unrealistic, isn't it, to expect Deulofeu to be the replacement for Neymar. Suarez doing his best there to get the equaliser. It's Denis Suarez with the latest player to get a chance.
Iniesta. Denis Suarez. Casemiro.
Seeing a delivery to the far post. Carvajal complaining that he's pushed by Luis Suarez. I just think it's a aggressive play by the Barcelona striker.
Gareth Bale. Flies it in. Oh, it was Isco who came through the centre. Casemiro to Kovacic. Niggling little foul from Andres Iniesta. Varane. Carvajal. Marcelo on that far side, screaming that he wants the ball. Great ball. Ronaldo was quicker out of the blocks than beleaguered-looking PK. Here's Carvajal. That's the rear of Cristiano Ronaldo, who gets in the way of things.
He's been given a little bit longer than the 20 minutes he had against Manchester United. That was the plan from Zidane. 30 minutes tonight for Ronaldo. He's always in an offside position there. And again, looking to get behind the defence immediately. Benzema coming off, Ronaldo going up front. The Gareth Bale's been asked to play slightly wider. Let's drop into the right side of midfield position. This go on the left. A little sign that Real Madrid looking to tighten things up, just with the one-goal lead away from home.
Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Fear in the hearts of Barcelona. Emergency action taken by Gerard Piqué. Well, he finished last season explosively, Cristiano Ronaldo, with 16 goals in his last 10 matches. The star of the Champions League final. So that's 33 next winter. His powers are not exactly waning as he reinvents himself. Piqué. Denis Suarez. Now Vidal. Weaves inside. And Suarez was offside, despite the complaints from the home supporters. It was a teasingly late flag by the assistant on the far side.
I think his left leg just strays into that offside position, doesn't it?
That's the downside of wearing luminous yellow boots, isn't it?
Close one, very close. Fantastic movement from Luis Suarez.
Apparently Neymar scored tonight for Paris Saint-Germain. He's history. And this is Denis Suarez. Messi. Now Iniesta. Messi. Rakitic. Inside, Marcelo, good run by Vidal. Recovery from Marcelo.
That's really good recovery. It helps him. He was quick as Marcelo as well. And Suarez with the attempt at goal. Tipped over by Keylor Navas. Ball in behind the fullback. And there's a problem for opponents against Barcelona. But Marcelo did really well to block the attempted cross.
Vidal's header. Madrid's task is to keep Barcelona quiet. This is Suarez. Oh, Ferran almost replicated the own goal at the other end of the field.
I thought it was in.
I was about to say at the end of that sentence, 22 Clásicos since Real Madrid kept a clean sheet against Barcelona. Casemiro. Lionel Messi wins a header. Rakitic. Good defending by Gareth Bale. The referee assists Barcelona. Vidal stolen. Pocket picked by Marcelo. Now Cristiano Ronaldo. Stopped by Iniesta. Ronaldo digs in. Denis Suarez. And there's Iniesta. Busquets. Ramos. There are a lot of nervous defenders out there, just throwing their body on the line, hoping for the best.
I think you described it correctly, Rob. Just pinched there by Marcelo. No foul on Vidal.
Good tackle by Umtiti. And there's Iniesta. Slows the game down to the pace he likes. Rakitic. Now Messi. Kovacic stands off him. Messi goes round Casemiro. Now Denis Suarez. Blocked by Carvajal.
A bit coming together in the penalty area between Ramos and Luis Suarez. Off the ball. It was a swipe, it was a kick off the ball. Both have gone away with it, it appears.
Flat out. There's Vidal. There's a weak shot from Alex Vidal. He's been given a chance to establish himself under the new management tonight. It's like a little tweak for...
He doesn't know where to hold.
No, it doesn't.
I think it's cramped. Pushes into the challenge, he's holding his thigh, he's holding his calf, he's stretching out as if he's got a touch of cramp. Oh, Sergio Roberto play. Will it be right back? Will it be in midfield?
Well, you would imagine that he would come on for Alex Vidal on the right side of defence. He's such a versatile player, but
that makes sense, I think, doesn't it? Well, number 8, 20 is that for Asensio?
They put a number 8. Tony Kroos came across, but he's the messenger to Kovacic, and it's going to be Asensio who comes on. Amidst the confusion down on the shop floor. And it is Andres Iniesta who is going to be given a break. Need to use him sparingly. And Sergio Roberto has an opportunity to stake a claim for a midfield position. Well, Asensio was the breakthrough player of last season for Real Madrid. Kept his place at the end of the season, and Gareth Bale had to be content with playing as a sub in the Champions League final. There's Suarez, stopped by Carvajal.
He has the courage at the moment, doesn't he, Suarez? Dennis Suarez, to take on Carvajal. I just don't know if I was reluctant to.
Great ball. On the end of it, Messi. Smart save from Keylor Navas. Suarez goes low. Ramos won't give up the chase. It's a grappling match between those two. A world-class striker against one of the world's great defenders.
He does this so well, doesn't he, Suarez? Doesn't give things up. He uses his power. Barges his way through at times.
So many corners for Barcelona. Can they make one count? Swerved in by Messi. All bases covered for the Real Madrid defence. It's an interesting point you made at half-time when you looked at the Real Madrid bench. They have lost a lot of experience with James and Pepe moving on in the summer. Has cleared some pegs in the changing room. But they do have a lot of youngsters coming through, like Ceballos and Theo Hernandez, Asensio. Replacing proven talent with promising talent. It's a reversal of a few years ago as well, isn't it? Where Barcelona are going to have to invest to appease the supporters. Gareth Bale's cross. He knew exactly what picture he wanted to see on the front pages of the sports dailies tomorrow, Cristiano Ronaldo.
It would have been typical, wouldn't it? The overhead scissors kick.
You didn't want to tap him.
The bicycle kick from Ronaldo. Just gets the contact run, just comes off his shin. Doesn't hit the target. That's Rakitic. Never coming together.
Toni Kroos, Carvajal. And TT. There's Asensio. Isco. Ronaldo, brilliant ball. Marcelo joins in the party. Ter Stegen standing strong. Becoming far more entertaining as the superstar's legs are tiring. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo's offside. Hold the celebrations, Cristiano.
Not a massive protest, but he's just inquiring as to whether he... So close, isn't it? Where's the steal? Where is the ball? When is it played forward? Standing in an offside position. And TT drops deeper. That is so close. Wouldn't be much good as a video assistant referee there, would I?
You get a few
Can't
stabs
commit on that one.
Well, you, like the assistant down on the touchline below. Had to make an instant judgment without the aid of rocking and rolling replays. This is Suarez, Denis Suarez. And you can see his namesake, Louis, is not too happy with that finish. Marcelo. Bale goes early. The legs of Gareth Bale are looking particularly heavy, aren't they? And to bear in mind, he didn't start any of the last 9 games of last season. Remember when he played in the Classico in April, he lasted only 39 minutes on his comeback. He's the consummate professional, but he can put the miles in the valleys and around the capital and on the treadmill. It's a little bit different when you're down there on the lush surface of the Camp Nou. And of course, the Bernabeu on Wednesday. Messi. Almost knocks the head off Varane. Denis Suarez stands his ground. He's got a chance. Oh, Busquets. The goal was open, and he's wishing that the ground would open up. Keeper had slipped. Nobody there to stop him. And he squanders the opportunity to equalise.
It's the defensive midfield player, isn't it? Getting forward. Trying to get the equaliser for Barcelona. There's no excuse. He has the talent. He should be scoring.
Well, that's another angle for you, Terry. That's
offside.
There we go. We found one eventually which justified it, yeah.
I know he doesn't score many goals from that range, though. A player of his quality, Barcelona should be on level terms.
Vidal. Here's the goal in the night in Catalonia. Teased up. PK can only help it on. Retrieved by Luis Suarez. Was the stay-at-home defender. Vidal. Easy for Marcelo. There's a slight handball there by Rakitic, not seen by the referee. Messi! Brilliant save, brilliant second save from Keylor Navas. Oh, that would have been a controversial moment. This is Luis Suarez looking for Lionel Messi. Messi tries to go through the legs. Luis Suarez is there. And the referee has a big decision to make as there's a collision between Keylor Navas and Suarez. And the delegation of Real Madrid is falling on the deaf ears of Senor Bengochea. In years to come, they'll look to a man in the stand to make this decision. The referee has to go with his instincts and what his assistant, who's blinded on the far side, tells him. Did Suarez ride that? Was he anticipating it?
The Suarez gets the first touch. He's anticipating the contact. He's on his way down. I think there is contact from Keylor Navas. Navas throws himself full length. Suarez gets the first touch. He does catch his ankle. It's one of those where experienced strikers, gamesmanship, they leave their leg dangling. They hope there's contact from the goalkeeper. Suarez knows he's not going to get the attempt on goal. He's been driven away from the goal. It's going to go off for a goal kick. And they just hope the goalkeeper lunges in, makes some sort of contact. And then the referee has a decision to make. It's gone in Barcelona's favour.
Terry Gibson, paid-up member of the Strikers Union. The goalkeeper's out there will be saying that he made the most of it.
Oh, he definitely made the most of it. He leaves his leg at the angle where if Navas is going to touch it, it's going to bring him down.
Lionel Messi in the Classico extends his record of scoring in this magical fixture. Messi on the spot. 1-1. And Messi off the mark for the season.
He makes no mistake, does he? It hasn't always been the case with Messi from the penalty spot. He seems to be improving. Much more reliable than he was 2 or 3 seasons ago. Kindly struck that into the bottom corner.
Titi leaves the ball. There's a good shout there from Ter Stegen. There's a little bit of a fallout. Titi's giving Marcel a little jab in the ribs there. All discipline has gone out of the game. Adds to the entertainment. Here goes Lionel Messi. Real Madrid trying to chase Messi. Teases the ball through. Suarez. Oh. And Denis Suarez was one stride away from putting Barcelona ahead.
Well, it's exciting stuff now, isn't it? Messi, absolutely wonderful. Runs from the halfway line. Makes the taking on defenders look so easy. Suarez was offside when Messi plays that wide. The assistant referee's flag does go up. It wouldn't have counted. That's where Ramos just throws Suarez around. Not so sure there's any injury. Well, I'm pretty sure there's no injury to Luis Suarez. I wasn't sure the referee had given the penalty. It was one of those yellow card that had came out. I wasn't sure it was going to be for a dive for Suarez or a penalty.
Ronaldo, easy for Ter Stegen. If you rewind the game back far enough, of course, there was the handball a little bit further back in the run-up to the incident. And of course, we didn't have a chance to show you the 2 tremendous saves as well from Keylor Navas. Lionel Messi. Seems to be finding energy. He finds Suarez. Little step over. Rakitic joins him. Brilliant tackle from Dani Carvajal. Here's Isco. Has Cristiano Ronaldo still got the legs? Yes, look at him fly. Moves inside Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! He's in good shape.
That's typical, absolutely brilliant. Turning defence into attack, Real Madrid, in the blink of an eye. And you wondered whether Ronaldo still had the pace to get away from Gerard Piqué. He did. And he's just waiting. You know exactly what he's going to do. Takes the touch. Here we see Barcelona in the attack. Rakitic misses the chance to take on the shot. And immediately Real Madrid break. Ronaldo into Isco, return pass. And from here, it's a clear sight on goal for Ronaldo as it cuts inside on his right foot. The power, the accuracy, right into the top corner to Stegen at full length. What did you say, 3 days, 4 days training? He certainly doesn't need any work on his finishing. 30 minutes he was given tonight by Zidane, 10 minutes longer than against Manchester United, and it hasn't taken him long to get on the sheet.
Still getting in shape for the season. He's only had 3 practice sessions. I think he's been following the scientists and the fitness gurus' recommendations. Puts us all to... He should be booked for that. Exposing himself, shouldn't he? Taking the shirt off. Gareth Bale, tired, comes off. Given 10 minutes break. Vasquez, the ever-willing substitute, comes on. He played 50 games last year. Lucas Vasquez, 30 of them as a replacement. But Bale will be kept fresh for Wednesday night. Not a lot of recovery time. Has the drama finished at the Camp Nou? I think not. A lot of hype about transfers in the summer. This is a game that needs no hype. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He goes nose to turf. He's got a penalty. Oh, no! He thought he had a penalty. Behind you, Cristiano. He was booked for taking his shirt off, and now he's being booked in the eyes of the referee for taking a dive.
And then we do see a quite significant push by Ronaldo on the referee. It's been action-packed, hasn't it? Okay, on with 60 minutes gone. A bit of everything from Ronaldo.
Well, 2 yellow cards and a goal. He thought he'd won the penalty. He turned around and Titi certainly made a contact with him. Ronaldo's legs gave way. He may argue in his defence that his momentum took him over.
Well, he will argue in his defence. I think there's sufficient contact there from Titi, who doesn't make any contact with the ball. Ronaldo is goal side of the Barcelona defender. There's a push on the back, and you see the push from Ronaldo on the referee. Might be a further issue as well.
Was it 3 minutes between his sensational goal, getting booked for taking his shirt off? And we were joking about that. And then the referee, I think he had his card in his pocket before Cristiano Ronaldo did make contact with him. What a cameo appearance that has been by Cristiano Ronaldo.
The replay there, and you break it down, I think the initial contact from Umtiti is outside the box.
Well, this is a game that divides supporters. 2 players who divide supporters as well. Messi and Ronaldo both on the score sheet. Ronaldo dismissed. 10-man Real Madrid.
Whichever way you look at that, Rob, I don't think it's a dive from Ronaldo. I think he's knocked off balance by Umtiti. Certainly don't think it was a clear attempt to dive and con the referee.
Vasquez. Nice 1-2. Here's Isco. Busquets. Isco just slows things down. Carvajal and Busquets, who are Spain international teammates, of course. I guess they're not roommates when they travel together. They certainly won't be in the future. Referee hasn't blown the whistle. Play continues amid the schoolboy squabbling. Denis Suarez to Lionel Messi. Bypasses 2 in midfield. That camera above the ground tries to keep up with Messi. So do the defenders. Suarez puts it back in there. Suarez. 1-2 with Messi. What a game of football this is. El Clasico, quality.
They had a pulse in the first half, but in the second half it's really kicked on. It's going to be controversial. We've had a bit of everything, haven't we? Not sure how Caceres is annoyed, who he's irritated with. At the moment, the players don't need many reasons or excuses, do they? Suarez and Messi trying to combine to allow Suarez to take on the right-footed finish. Busquets with the challenge, and Carvajal. Both players annoyed after that situation. Welcome to the Clasico, Ernesto Valverde.
The coolest head in the house. It's all new to him. Valverde. He's the man who led Athletic Bilbao to the Super Cup against Barcelona 2 years ago. Athletic Bilbao's first trophy in 31 years. That's when Luis Enrique experimented with his team in the first leg up in Basque country. No experimentation from either coach tonight. Trying to pick what's strongest for them. It's Alvarez offside. Unless there's a hastily arranged disciplinary panel between now and Wednesday. I guess Cristiano Ronaldo is going to miss the second leg.
I'm not sure what the consequences are. We know that Luka Modric is unavailable tonight after a suspension picked up for 3 yellow cards
3 years ago,
2014. I did read somewhere that any sendings off and cautions in this game go towards the league games as opposed to future Super Cup matches.
I think Real Madrid might be disputing that.
They're going to have a look at the push as well from Ronaldo on the official as well, after he showed Ronaldo the second yellow. It's a penalty, a free kick just outside the box. It's debatable. I certainly don't think it was a dive from Ronaldo.
And Suarez? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
No, I always look at the goalkeeper. Why commit yourself? Why throw yourself full length in? Defenders try not to do that in that situation. Once you go to ground, there has to be an element of thought from the goalkeeper that he gets out, he blocks the shot, he doesn't throw himself into Luis Suarez in that situation and give Suarez the chance to leave his leg out, dangling to the right.
It's the final 3 minutes of the first leg of the Supercopa. Sergio Roberto across the face of goal. Toni Kroos and Marcelo. Remember, it was Ramos who was sent off when these sides met back in April. So it's Cristiano Ronaldo. We've had 18 red cards in the last 29 matches between the two teams. Of the 18, 13 have been to Real Madrid.
20 minutes, he had a spectacular attempt from an overhead kick. Scored an unbelievable goal. Looked full of running, looked sharp. Barely mentioned, have we, that the first yellow card. I mean, I think we all know that Ronaldo has a half-decent body. Taking the shirt off, invited the first yellow card offence.
The players are in no doubt about it, aren't they? They've exposed themselves, for want of a better expression.
On average, he gets 50 goals a season. He would pick up loads of suspensions if he does that on every goal that he scores. So he knows better than that. He just couldn't resist the temptation. Scoring a goal against Barcelona in the Nou Camp. What a wonderful strike it was. It well proved to be the winner in the first leg.
Sergio Roberto. Suarez. Jordi Alba. Roberto. Vidal. Busquets. Alba. Umtiti. Messi steps over. Suarez tries to go through Carvajal. Dogged defending by Vasquez. Vasquez has support from Asensio. I mean, not quite the dynamic run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, but he gets the finish of Ronaldo! Well, last season, a star was born in Asensio, and this young man is something special. A Classico goal for Marco Asensio. Only 21 years of age. Take a note of that name. You're going to hear a lot of it in the next decade or so.
He's almost demanding now that Zidane includes him in the starting 11. He is that good. 21 years of age, getting better and better. And at this moment in time, he deserves to be up amongst the elite. He's not a youngster looking to get minutes and play here and there. He has the quality, the ability to be truly world-class. That's a fantastic strike.
It's a very similar run and a very similar finish, OK, with the other foot, to Cristiano Ronaldo.
Again, he's a bright player. He pulls off, peels up into the space. He knows that Barcelona are committing players into attack to try and get an equaliser. He's an intelligent player. He's got pace, fantastic skill, can finish. He's got the lot. Absolutely fantastic player.
Well, a lot of the Barcelona supporters heading for the gangways. Almost midnight when Asensio struck. People have asked why Real Madrid haven't bought a Galactico. That's because they have one in their midst in Marco Asensio. He's the star of the under-21s in the summer. He and Dani Ceballos. He's written his name in the history books here. This is Marcelo. Lazy cross from Busquets. PK's up there as well. So many talking points in this game. You think about that chance as well for Busquets, that open goal that he didn't score.
I think no doubt that Real Madrid deserved the win. I think they look the far tidier of the teams. Really efficient in front of goal. It's better to come from Barcelona.
Well, I think this is not just bad news for Barcelona, but I think it's bad news for supporters of Dortmund and Liverpool as well, because I think they're going to have to accelerate their plans to reinvest the Neymar money. Barcelona are lacking dimensions beyond Suarez and Lionel Messi tonight. They were short in midfield last year. They can no longer rely on Andres Iniesta. He was withdrawn in the midst of the second half. They need some talent. Ball is played in. Big stretch from Sergio Ramos. Piqué, another one of the big players tonight, the man who started the scoring, an own goal after 49 minutes. Suarez, and out by Carvajal, victory complete.
Absolutely fabulous job. We're looking for it to continue, starting from now.
And away we go. They light the fireworks. The 235th Clásico starts the Spanish season. These two clubs have met, of course, in the summer over in Miami. Didn't let anybody down, 5 goals. Messi scored after 3 minutes of that game, Rakitic after 7 minutes. Piqué scored what turned out to be the winning goal in the 50th minute of the match. There is no such thing as a friendly between these two ancient old rivals. Real Madrid haven't had the most sensational pre-season, drawn against Manchester United, beaten by Manchester City, losing against Barcelona, even drew against the MLS All-Stars, but tonight they're hoping to peak. And it's Kovacic who's got the midfield position. He's playing in place of Modric tonight. Modric discovered he was suspended because he was sent off in the last Super Cup he played in 3 years ago. There's De La Feu, and he's offside. It's going to take some getting to know you for the Barcelona front three. Suarez, Messi, and De La Feu, the chosen one. It's tight.
He has gone for a, dare to say it, like-for-like replacement in terms of the style of player. It's happy to play wide on the left. And De La Feu. There's some casual play from Barcelona to stay getting the ball away cheaply, and Kovacic unlucky with the quick thinking, the attempted chip from long range.
Barcelona pinned back. Maurice ter Stegen, the coach may have changed, but the Barcelona style will remain faithful, trying to play out from the back. He's got them in some trouble here. This is Benzema. Vidal in the way, corner prevented from ter Stegen. And this was it.
It's intercepted by Isco. And Kovacic, quick thinking. It's the right idea, isn't it? Just didn't get enough elevation on the attempted lob over ter Stegen.
It was reminiscent of that moment in March 2014 when Victor Valdez gifted the ball to Karim Benzema, and he scored after 23 seconds of the Clásico. Now it's Vidal, who looked to be moving out last year, starting tonight ahead of Sergio Roberto and Nelson Semedo, who was one of the few summer signings for Barcelona. There's Marcelo. There's got competition for his place with Hernandez coming in the summer. That's the beauty for Zidane. He has, well, enough top quality players to name 2 starting 11s quite frequently last year. Terry, he would make 9 changes, wouldn't he, between Champions League and La Liga?
Yep, and it served him well. The young players, the fringe players in particular, did really well. A problem or 2 this season. I think 1 or 2 established players, senior players, have left the club. Madrid have gone again for youth. And bringing the likes of Dani Ceballos and Theo Hernandez in. Also lost Pepe, Danilo, Contrell, James Rodriguez, Alvaro Morata. Zidane placed a lot of trust in the younger players in the squad. I think he's been proved that he's right to do so.
Tony Kroos to Isco, who's grown in stature over the last 6 months. Last year at this point, there was talk of him being loaned out to get him some playing time. Now he's arguably in the team ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, though of course Ronaldo is not fully fit. But Ronaldo, for the first time in his career, is going to have to fight for his place here.
He'll get back in. It's interesting though, looking at Zidane, the way that he plays with Isco in the team at the top of the diamond. Midfield quartet, Casemiro holding tonight's Kroos and Kovacic.
This is Marcelo.
Isco at the top of the diamond, and Gareth Bale playing more central than he has done in the past when it's been the usual 4-3-3 from Real Madrid. And I think it does give Real Madrid a little bit more control in midfield with the extra player in there. I think Zidane will see Gareth Bale as one of the centre forwards with Benzema and Ronaldo.
Titi to Busquets, Iniesta to Rakitic. Now Vidal. Piqué, Busquets, familiar names, familiar style, Lionel Messi. Now Rakitic, a bit of afters there. Noted by Senghor. Sitting on Bengochea. Got a space for Jordi Alba. Goes on the outside. Alba sliding tackle from Dani Carvajal. Spain's right back on Spain's left back.
At times he's tackled to perfection. And you see the crossfield diagonal pass to Marcelo. Just beyond the defensive line of Barcelona in an offside position there. We see the wonderful skills from Isco.